When you think of Alcatraz, what comes to mind? Foggy nights, desperate prisoners, and the cold, unforgiving waters of San Francisco Bay? You've probably heard it called the Rock, the prison no one could escape. But what if I told you that Alcatraz has a history far deeper, stranger, and more surprising than most people realize? From its eerie origins to unsolved mysteries, this is the untold story of America's most notorious prison. Located just over a mile off the coast of San Francisco, Alcatraz Island covers only about 22 acres, but it's packed with chilling legends and fascinating history. Today, it's one of California's top tourist attractions, drawing more than 1 million visitors a year. But behind those crumbling walls lies a dark past most people never hear about. Believe it or not, Alcatraz didn't start as a prison at all. In the 1850s, it was built as a military fortress designed to protect the San Francisco Bay during the California Gold Rush. The U.S. Army equipped it with cannons and strategically positioned it to fend off any naval invasions. By the late 1800s, it was repurposed into a military prison, holding Civil War deserters and Confederate sympathizers. It wasn't until 1934 that the federal government turned Alcatraz into a high-security penitentiary intended for America's most dangerous criminals. Over the years, Alcatraz housed some of the most infamous names in crime history. Among them was Al Capone, the Chicago crime boss who arrived in 1934 and quickly became one of the prison's most talked-about inmates. He spent much of his time playing the banjo in the prison band, oddly enough. Then there was George Machine Gun Kelly, notorious for his role in Prohibition-era gang wars, and Robert Stroud, better known as the Birdman of Alcatraz, famous for raising and studying birds while incarcerated, though he never actually kept birds while on Alcatraz. What made Alcatraz so feared wasn't just the criminals inside, but its brutal reputation as an escape-proof fortress. The prison was surrounded by ice-cold, shark-infested waters, though the sharks were mostly harmless, and currents so strong, even the best swimmers stood little chance of survival. During its 29 years as a federal prison, 36 men tried to escape in 14 separate attempts. Official records claim that none were successful, though 5 men were listed as missing and presumed drowned. The most famous escape attempt came in June 1962, when Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin pulled off one of the most daring breakouts in U.S. history. Over months, they secretly chiseled away the air vents in their cells using stolen tools, hiding the holes with cardboard and paint. They crafted dummy heads from soap, toilet paper, and real human hair from the prison barber shop to fool guards during bed checks. On a stormy night, they slipped through the holes, climbed to the roof, and made it to the water using a makeshift raft built from stolen raincoats. The men vanished into the frigid darkness, and to this day, no one knows for sure what happened to them. Officially, the FBI closed the case in 1979, declaring them presumed drowned. But rumors and occasional reported sightings of the Anglin brothers have kept the legend alive for decades. Today, Alcatraz is a museum and national park, with guided tours that take visitors through its eerie cell blocks and winding corridors. Tourists can still see Al Capone's former cell, the prison's mess hall, and the legendary escape route used in the 1962 breakout. Fun fact: though it was open as a federal prison for only 29 years, Alcatraz left such a mark on pop culture it's inspired countless movies, TV shows, and books. Another lesser-known fact: the island was also the site of a 19-month Native American occupation in 1969, when activists protested the U.S. government's treatment of indigenous peoples. The protest drew national attention and marked a turning point for Native American civil rights. So the next time you hear the name Alcatraz, remember it's not just an old prison sitting in the bay. It's a place of rich history, untold stories, and enduring mysteries. From military fort to notorious penitentiary to a symbol of protest and resilience. And while the walls may no longer hold prisoners, the legends they left behind are very much alive. If you love discovering surprising, eerie, and little-known stories like this, smash that subscribe button and stick around, because history is packed with secrets, and we're just getting started.